That's Langs Point behind me. That is a significant marker for the area. People back in the day didn't have cell phones, satellites, GPS. They used landmarks. The butte has stood the test of time, and now it's the backdrop of where I live, and I'm pretty thankful to have such a picturesque place to live. The weather and geography of Nebraska changes more from the west side to the east side near Iowa than it does from Iowa to the Atlantic Ocean. And that changes how our grass is grown, how we work with the land and rotate our animals through it. It's better grass because it's hard grass and good hard fiber, which animals digest very, very well. So the Western Panhandle is its own sort of gritty people that know that they've worked for everything they've had to be here, and they don't give it up lightly. My Grandma Mary Lou Olson, I learned from her. I was 10 years old, and I knew at that moment that she loved the ranch because of how she talked about it and how my dad looked at her. And there's been one constant through each generation. There's been one family member that says this ranch will never sell. We're never going to sell out. And you can see it in the work they do to the ranch. We don't build a new shop knowing we may sell it one day. We don't work on 40 years of a bull sale knowing that we may sell that one day. You work on it because you're selling it to your next daughter and son. I wouldn't do anything to this land that would deter it from my children being able to be a part of this land and live off of it. And I find myself every day thinking about how can sustainability look? How can I put more resources into the ground than I'm taking? And these cattle, they do it all by themselves. They're sequestering resources like grass that no other animal on this planet or human can utilize. And they're turning that into the most nutritious, B12 vitamin-filled protein steaks and hamburgers to feed 7 to 8 to 9 billion people in the next coming years. One of the pillars of agriculture is partner, and finding those folks that you can shake their hand and know that they mean their words they say. We see lots of ups and lots of downs. It's either family trouble, is it a drought, is it a financial situation, the cattle markets aren't where they should be. And knowing that you have partners with you to take on those hard times, to discuss how we're going to diversify our operations to get through those moments, how to make sure we can be liquid enough to make it to the next year, and what grants are available in America to be a part of that. We found a good partner in First National Bank. We've grown with them, we've altered with them. It's cool to see that, how 2022, we're still with the same bank, same partners, same friends around us to continue to push forward. It's good to know there's a partner with us through the end. Every day I'm learning something new, physically and with the trade skills of ranching. You're working and you're focusing on the little details, chipping water, feeding cattle, taking care of the livestock, and then you take a moment, you realize you're smiling and you're kind of giddy, and those moments are cool. But on the other side of it, the mental conditioning, the emotional capacity you have to understand where the stress is coming from, react and care for our bodies and our mental lives is something that agriculture has seen a miss, because stress is good if handled correctly. And I hope that I could help be a beacon for others that we all feel it, just help make it become more available for us to talk about and communicate it to our peers and our friends and family. It's worth so much to know that the hard work you put in is to preserve the land, to care for those cattle, and know that you're helping feed the world. If you can think about those things, the stress is eased through those hard storms, through those hard droughts. That's what it's all about.